What's up, everyone? All right, welcome to our first podcast on this channel. My name is Mark, but I have a channel called Mano on YouTube, and I'm here with Mike, who's my roommate.
And I'm from Greenberg Gaming.
He's from Greenberg Gaming. That's his channel. So how is this podcast going to work, you're probably asking? Well, we have some gameplay in the background right now, and we are just going to talk about shit for a long period of time.
Every weekend.
Every weekend we're going to talk about shit. Today we have something really good for you. It's about a game called Hatred, and its rating. There's a big controversy on that. But before we get to that, we do want to talk about this channel and what is probably going to happen.
So for this channel, users can submit topics in the comment section. And for this week, we have a weekly game type, which is one shot. We're going to try and mix it up every week. We're going to try and get some domination, hardpoint, team deathmatch, maybe even some old classic Call of Duties and stuff like that.
Maybe even different games. Who knows?
Who knows?
But yeah, we are roommates, and we weren't roommates the first semester, but now we are. His roommate left, and I jumped in. It was pretty crazy setting that up.
Yeah, it was pretty ridiculous. I mean, I had an idea that my roommate was going to move out pretty early, around my birthday in October, and he just really hated the school. So he decided that he was going to move, and so he found out about, the day before the form was due?
Probably the day before.
And that day we were going crazy. Like, I was studying for a final with some kids from my class, so I was running back and forth. We were going all through the building trying to get people to sign our forms, and then he left, so I had to go down to one of the offices and hand in the paper, and it was crazy. And then we had to...
Fucking ridiculous. Like,
yeah.
Eventually it did work out, and now I'm here. So that happened.
I'm glad to have you here, Mark.
I'm glad to be here. We have just the greatest setup in this room. I wish we could probably show you one day if one of us get a good quality camera.
Yeah.
We have, what are you saying? You say.
We have an Elgato that Mark has, if you've seen some videos on his channel.
Elgato HD60.
And we have the Blue Yeti mic that we're speaking into now.
Hopefully there's no huss or, bzzz sound. I don't know.
And we're looking at Mark's dual monitor setup with his computer to our left. And we have my laptop and my TV behind me with my Xbox down on the ground over there. So you can imagine that the wires around this room are absolutely crazy.
If we have a room inspection, we're going to fail. Like, the day of the room inspection, we are going to clean everything up and make it look spotless. And then the minute after the inspection, we're putting every gaming thing back together.
Yeah,
and it's going to be pretty great.
I'm pretty happy with the setup so far. I think it's pretty cool. And so now we're going to move into Hatred. So do you want to give the summary?
You know a lot more about it than I do, but I will help.
Okay. So Hatred has been a very controversial game. There was a trailer released about it recently, and it received the AO rating from the ESRB, which means it can't be released on Xbox or PlayStation. And it was pulled from Steam, and it was brought back by the co-founder of Steam himself, Gabe Newell. So the question that I have is, should the game have received the AO rating? We both watched the trailer and looked at some of the screenshots of the gameplay before we recorded this podcast, and you seem to think that it did deserve the AO rating.
I think it did. We'll link the trailer in the description, but it's just a guy committing genocide, and that's what he says. I'm going to kill a lot of people. If you compare it to GTA, GTA it's all about fun, and the trailer is fun and goofy, and then there's this trailer, and this guy's like, I'm going to kill everyone, and it's like, okay.
I agree with you, actually. I watched the gameplay a while back when it first started being talked about, and I was like, I don't think so. And I watched it again today, and I was like, yeah, it definitely deserves the AO rating.
It totally does.
And I think one of the reasons why is because of the tone and the context. I mean, this game is very dark, it's very gritty, and it's just going to go out and shoot people and kill as many people as possible, it looks like. And in GTA, it kind of doesn't take itself very seriously.
Yeah.
You smoke pot and you run off cars off hills, and it's kind of too ridiculous to receive the AO rating, in my opinion. Just to mention offhand, in the United States, you can order M games if you're under 18, if you have parents' permission, but AO you cannot. So it's a big distinction, and also it's not going to get the attention from Xbox and PlayStation because it's not going to be on there at all. So one of the points that I wanted to bring up is, did the trailer make the game worse than it really is just to draw more attention?
Yeah, I mean, they probably made like the trailer super dark and sketchy because they wanted to get a bunch of attention, and honestly, it worked, I guess.
It got my attention. I mean, I don't know if it's getting the right attention necessarily, but you certainly can't deny that it's very eye-grabbing. I mean, you see him just shoot a police officer in the face. Yeah. He's running around, like, stabbing people. I mean, it most certainly gets your attention, and you can't help but say, like, you can't help but talk about it and think about it. I mean, it's
people who will actually buy this game, it's got to be a small target audience, like, well, not that small, but just people who love gore and blood and shooting people. I mean, obviously, it's not real. You're not really killing people. You just got to be into that stuff.
Yeah, I mean, it's got over 14,000 comments on Steam Greenlight, which is kind of where a lot of the indie games on Steam go that don't really make the mainstream market. So it's getting a lot of attention, and it's got a lot of thumbs up. People seem to be very interested in the game, and it's coming out in Q2 of this year. So it'll be interesting to see when the game comes out and the gameplay actually comes out, if this game is really as bad as the trailer made it seem.
Yeah.
And that brings me to my next question of, do violent video games really cause violence? And my inherent answer is no, they don't. Because I play violent video games. I play GTA, Call of Duty, all of that, and I don't think it does. But I think this game kind of...
Are you on the streets shooting people right now, or...?
No, I'm actually recording this podcast with you.
Exactly.
But I think a lot of people are going to bring that up when they talk about this game in the mainstream media, because I think this game goes a little bit farther from the gameplay than GTA and Call of Duty do.
Yeah.
So what do you think about that?
Well, I was a little bit off track in my head. Whoever knows what I'm thinking. I was going to say psychopaths might play the game, but not everyone that plays the game is a psychopath. I guess.
That's a good argument. I mean, I could see why you say that. I mean, I don't think I would play this game personally and go out and kill people. I don't know if I would personally play this game at all. It seems a little bit too much for me.
Yeah.
But I think GTA is kind of where I draw my line. I've started playing The Evil Within from Bethesda. I know you haven't played that game yet.
I haven't played it.
But it's pretty damn scary. I mean, there's this guy who chases you around with a chainsaw in the first level, and, like, it's just crazy. You kind of got to watch it. You can't really describe it because it's crazy. And so a lot of people have been making the argument that GTA 5 might have received the M rating instead of the AO because Rockstar is a big studio. I mean, they've made 4 other GTAs before this, and all the Vice City and San Andreas and all that. And they have Red Dead Redemption, I believe that was them, and they have a lot of other popular games. Obviously, GTA 5 isn't the first we've heard of Rockstar Studios. And Hatred was developed by an indie developer. It's on Steam Greenlight by a Polish developer team called Destructive Creations. And this is the first time I've heard of them. So some people are arguing that the ESRB gave the game an AO rating because they're an indie dev and they don't deserve the kind of credibility that like a big developer like Rockstar does. And I think that's kind of bullshit.
It's like the tone of the trailer is so dark. Like you can't... Like, they're meant to be, like, these gory scenes. They purposely put it there. You can't expect it to have an M rating. Like, it's bloody.
Yeah, it received the AO rating in my mind because of the goriness and the violence and the genocide.
Yeah, GTA's trailers aren't... Well, I'm not actually sure, but from what I remember, they're all, like, fun trailers of people parachuting through the city, doing fun mini games. This trailer was dark. The background music was dark. The character was dark.
Yeah, I agree. So you're on the same board with me that it's not anything against the indie developers. It's because of the actual content of the game itself.
Yeah. And
I think that rumor is kind of garbage.
Alright, guys. Well, thank you for watching our podcast. It was a lot of fun.
I had fun with you too, Mark.
That sounds really sexual. We're going to be back next weekend, probably Friday, again. And, if you want to leave your comments down below on topics, we could talk about them. I'm sure Mike and I will think of topics to use, too. And yeah, anything you want to say to the audience, Mike?
Thank you guys so much for watching. You can check me out. I'm Mike from Greenberg Gaming, and that's Mark from Mayno.
Mayno, yep. All right, see you guys.